Hey everyone, my name's Ariel, and this happened last 4th of July. I still get goosebumps just thinking about it. That evening, I'd been at a backyard cookout my college friend Isabel was hosting in a small Alabama town, not far from where I live in Georgia. It was a classic 4th of July kind of night, kids waving sparklers, way too much barbecue, cheap fireworks lighting up the sky, pitch black. Nothing but empty two-lane roads cutting through thick, endless trees. But about half an hour in, I noticed a pair of headlights appear in my rearview mirror. I didn't think much of it at first. It's a public road, right? But the longer they stayed back there, the more it started to make my skin crawl. Every now and then, you might see an old farmhouse or a tiny country church, but most of the time it's just you, your headlights, and the darkness. I was alone, on some back road nobody else would bother with, and this person was tailing me on purpose. Nothing made sense, but every possibility I thought of terrified me. Perfect timing, right? My gaslight is sketchy at best, sometimes giving me 15 miles, sometimes barely 5. Out there, gas stations aren't exactly around every corner. I could feel my hands shaking on the wheel, my stomach twisted in knots. I didn't know if I'd make it, but I wasn't about to pull over, not with that car still lurking behind me. The mood was great, everyone laughing, full of good energy. I even tried shifting over a bit, like, go ahead, if you want to pass, but they wouldn't. They just kept following at the exact same distance, maybe 6 or 7 car lengths behind. I hung out there later than planned, not heading out until a little after 10 p.m., which, looking back, was probably a mistake. My heartbeat was pounding so loud I could barely focus on the road. But finally, I spotted the glow of a gas station sign cutting through the dark, and bolted inside. Heart racing, praying whoever was in that Altima wouldn't follow me in. I could have cried. I took the turn so hard my tires screeched, pulling into the lot fast enough to give myself a head start to the store. The Altima stayed with me, creeping behind me like a predator stalking prey. I couldn't see the driver, but I swear I could feel their eyes on me. The only thing I could think was get to that gas station. That became my mission. I tried to shake them by taking a random left turn onto a little road that probably had 4 houses on it, tops. No street lights. Nothing but gravel driveways and mailboxes. Surely whoever was behind me had no reason to turn there. But about 10 seconds later, the Altima made the same exact turn. It was easy to catch a glimpse of it any time we passed under those few and far between street lights. At first, I told myself it was nothing, coincidence, but then I realized no matter how much I slowed down or sped up, they matched me perfectly. See, once the sun goes down in that part of the state, it feels like the world goes quiet. I set off in good spirits, music low, thinking about how nice the night had been. It was a gray Nissan Altima, the kind you see everywhere, but the bottom half was caked in mud. I got nervous. Out on roads like that, folks will pass you if you're going too slow. No problem. That's when the dread started setting in. That was the moment. My heart just about stopped. There was no doubt. They were following me. My mind started going crazy. What did they want? Was it a carjacker? Some maniac? As if things couldn't get worse, that awful little chime on my dash went off, the low fuel warning. I pulled out my phone, praying there was a 24-hour station close by. The closest one was over 8 miles away. Every second that passed, I felt more powerless. I was just a woman alone in an old car, in the middle of nowhere, with no backup. I kept my foot steady, not wanting to burn any more fuel than I had to, but also too terrified to slow down. Those 8 miles felt like 80, my brain screaming every horror scenario possible. And that's exactly what I did. I threw the car in park, jumped out,